Hey, everybody, welcome to Pink Shade. It's Tuesday. It's TLC Tuesday. I am here with Kimberly to talk about 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After. And Kimberly, I have some very bad news for us.
Oh, God.
We're not getting to watch The Other Way instead of HEA. Isn't that what's coming next?
Yeah. It's
No,
both at the same time?
both at the same time. So we're still going to be covering HEA, and The Other Way is replacing Hunt for Love.
Oh, on Monday nights.
Mhm.
Wait,
Mhm.
that's crazy. Matt Sharp, what are you doing? Everyone
No.
knows there are first tier shows and second tier shows. You
Yeah,
have two of the first tier shows, HEA. There's three first tier shows,
right.
HEA, OG, and the
Mhm.
other.
Right.
And then you can add on these nonsense side shows like Diaries or Single Life
Right.
for whatever, Hunt for Red October,
Therapy
FTV,
Islands. Yeah.
Therapy
Yeah.
Island. Those are second tier shows.
Agreed.
They're and then you can't have two of the main shows at the same time.
I know. That's what they're doing to us.
That's
So,
insane. Is he
I
trying to
know.
build a whole network that's just 90 day and it's just 90 day cast members? It's like you know, the Unsolved Mysteries channel or the channel that only plays Law& and Order, and
Yeah.
that
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sundance TV just only plays Law& and Order all year
Yeah.
round.
Mhm.
Um, is that what he's trying to do?
I guess he's trying to kill me, that's for sure. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, so guys over on, Hey Bunky on the weekends on Fridays, that is where it'll go, because that's where the Monday one-hour show goes. It goes over to the weekend. So you and I'll still be here doing the 2-hour HEA while we're having super fun over there covering Hunt for Love and Now Other Way over there on the weekend, the $5 level of Prime. It's
with
upsetting.
Amy.
With Amy.
So she gets the fun show and I get the shit show. So now I have beef not just with Keisha, but with Amy as well.
Yeah,
Because
it seems
you're
that
just
way.
giving me the crap people that we hate. Just throw in Natalie and throw in Angela and Matt. Just throw in Big Ed. Do you want me to just cover Big Ed? Do you want me to just
Mhm,
follow his Instagram and just
mhm.
tell you what he's up to? Because
Please.
that's how I feel that I have been shafted to the side people that no one cares about anymore. Their time is done.
Well, listen, this is the spot on Tuesdays, TLC Tuesdays on Pink Shade, where we talk about the main 90-day show. And it's the 2-hour show, and that's the one you get, and you get what you get, and you don't throw a fit. And I don't make the programming, and I need you to stop fighting with the other co-hosts.
You know what?
What?
Amy likes to be on the main feed, so maybe we'll just switch and I'll go to the other way. I want to see what's his face, Luke, with his pre-teen bride at the nail salon, and I want to see. I can't even remember who else is that.
I
Nat,
forgot
I
about that
want to see
one.
Sumit's mom.
Yeah, everybody does. Everybody. I need to know how it came to be that they came to be friendly. Like, how
No,
did, because that woman was threatening to, like, throw herself off a bridge. I mean, she was
no, she did.
threatening, yeah, I mean, she was like, "This is it. Like, if you guys are married, then that's it. I'm so you but you," I mean, she was nuts.
I think
Okay.
she's maybe just given up and put all of her stock in daughter, the other
Yes.
daughter-in-law who's
Mhm.
beautiful and
Yes.
young and can bear fruit.
Children. Mhm. Yes,
And so
yes,
she's
yes.
just like, I whatever. Submit, I'm wash my hands. It is what it is. If he, says hi to me, it's like, great. I was expecting nothing. The bar is so low. But she's like, now the older son has been replaced with the younger son and
Yes.
his young bride.
I
So
I can't wait to see how it all goes down.
I know.
Um,
Plus, they don't even speak the same language. So they just
Still.
nod.
Right,
From
right.
diaries, it appears that they either just smile and giggle at each other.
Okay.
And they're like, we're best friends. We have no idea what the other one's saying. It's really easy to be best friends with someone if you don't know what they're saying.
But, Jenny, again, has lived in India for a long time now. She could
She
have
learned one thing.
she could have picked up some phrases. Just some
Do you think she
phrases.
even knows how to go grocery shopping in the market by herself?
No, no,
She
I
was so
don't.
scared last time.
Yeah, I think Submit was just like staying home and doing everything for her. And you're like, doesn't he need to work to support this operation?
Oh, yeah, he was trying to open a restaurant with no cooking experience whatsoever, and
Sure.
we all saw their moldy-ass kitchen, so no
Yeah.
one wants to eat at a restaurant owned by the 2 of them.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That
Listen.
sink, the black sink, haunts my nightmares.
Oh, Kimberly. Okay. Well, listen, you and I will talk. I don't want you fighting with people. We'll talk and maybe I can get you
Fine.
over there to do some other way. Maybe we
If
can work on
Amy
it.
were to get sick once in a while,
She's so busy. She has no time to be sick. She is
someone were
so
to
busy.
slip something in her drink
Okay.
and she was feeling ill,
Uh-huh.
maybe she'll get what you got. Your
Wow. No,
stomach will
no,
just explode.
no, nobody wants that. Nobody wants that for
No,
anybody else in the
nobody.
world. No, nobody wants that.
No, I wish everyone well. I love them all. They know I
I know.
love them. I'm gonna text her right now and preemptively apologize in case she's listening to this.
I don't
It's
know if she
fine.
listens. She is so slammed busy.
I know.
I let my family know that this week I have 11 episodes to record. So I'm going to need everybody to be very understanding of mom's
I
work
know. Well, we
schedule.
should get started then.
Yeah,
Let's stop
yeah.
this chaos
Chatter. Yeah, chatter.
chatter. I was thinking, never mind. I'll save it for next time.
No, you have to say it now. Go ahead.
Well, I was thinking since we have now are adding British music to our UK,
Yeah.
we might need to just add a quintessential American song when we do this show. And then I was thinking, what would that be? And it would be something honky tonk. I don't know what's quintessential American.
Well, it could be American Girl by Tom Petty. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good one.
American Pie. And then we just don't have to record because that song is 27 minutes long.
Also Ingrid would kill me because then she can't put it on YouTube.
You're right.
And then somebody's going to find me.
You're right.
Let's start, speaking of Americana, let's start with Brandon, super American, and Julia. And by the way, that reel that I put out and the TikTok I put out about Betty being mullet on the inside, I did that reel by myself.
I didn't see it. I don't know why. Did you not collab it with me? Why did I pronounce that word?
That was weird. I don't know.
Why did I collaborate?
I tagged you.
Oh, well, I did not see it, but I will look for it now.
Okay, yeah, we have mullets in the episode.
I feel a mullet on the inside now. But you know what? That kind of creeps me out because it makes me think of The Last of Us with the strings of the tentacles of the fungus. Do you watch The Last of Us?
I don't know
It's
what you're
growing
talking about.
inside of people.
No.
So that's now what I think of when we say mullet inside of us. It's
No.
fine.
Okay, Brandon and Julia. Let's
Betty's
talk about.
gross. So Brandon and Julia go to the beach to hang out with friends. I
Mhm.
still think this friend looks a little bit like Mike from Squim, but it could just be me. Did anyone else think so? Probably not.
I was watching on my laptop. I couldn't get that close. I
Okay.
couldn't tell.
So there's like 2 friends. My dad was like, whose baby is that? It's the one lady's baby, but there's no husband there. My dad wanted to know more. We didn't get an explanation. I don't even know if we got chirons with their names.
I didn't understand whose baby it was either because that one couple was like, yeah, we're not ready to have babies right now. And then I was like, well, then did you steal this baby? Whose baby is it?
No, I think it's Masha, or I think that was her name. I think she has an accent. I think she might be a friend from a friend that Julia met who is also from
Russia
or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
So we didn't get any backstory, but I love that. That's like on UK. They just brush right to it.
Just go right to it.
Go.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So Brandon's holding the baby and he's cute with the baby. And that makes Julia suddenly now want to have babies, apparently. Opens up her uterus and she's like, wow, he looks like a natural. And you know what was not natural? Why did Masha, the mom, put that baby in a white jumpsuit at the beach? That baby was that white jumpsuit was brown. She was crawling in the sand.
Yeah.
She's in a white jump. I didn't understand it. Anyway,
Julia
gets emotional.
It was cute. That's
it
why.
had little ears. It was super cute. Julia gets emotional because she likes watching Brandon with the baby. Thinks it looks very cute, but she's still scared that she can't have kids. And Brandon is like, I love you, I love you, darling. I think
He
he said
does say
darling.
he did say darling, and that was weird.
It
Yeah.
was very mete.
Yeah.
So he's like, I love you, darling. Let's do the second opinion, which is all she really wanted. She wanted him to like, remember she told Betty last week, she's like, he just keeps saying, we're going to get the second opinion. You have to do it. You promise. Instead of being like, I love you so much. Let's go get a second opinion. She
Yeah.
said to ask nicer. And so she
Yeah.
gets emotional. She starts crying. She's like, okay, let's do the second opinion. And all the friends clap. And she says, but it will be very stressful for me because this is a triggering issue for her.
Yeah.
And so they go to the doctor. She's fully having a panic attack on the drive there. And he is just like, I'm excited. I think things are going to be great. And they're sitting in their talking head. And he's like, I'm excited. And he's kind of doing his weird half smile where he looks like Elf on the Shelf. Like he's like he looks like a little boy or like maybe a lesbian. He is
Mhm.
his
A lot of memes came out this week of people just putting his face on Betty's face, and
face.
it's the same face.
It's the same face.
Yeah, yeah.
I can barely see her face amongst all of the mullet. I can't see the forest for the trees.
It's
I
in
can't
there.
see the
It's
face
in
for the
there.
mullet.
It's in there.
Okay. So Julia is freaking out. He's like, I think it's going to be great. And they had I don't know if you found it funny. I found it kind of funny. But you're jaded now and don't find things amusing.
Oh, okay.
Like Big Ed when he was flirting with
No.
Gregory's mom.
Nope, didn't like
So
it. Nope. Mm-mm.
they're in their talking head and he's like, I'm excited. And they're just sitting there. And Julia says to the producer, I know he doesn't know how to show happiness. His face is exactly the same. You're like Arnold Schwarzenegger, the same face in every movie. And Brandon has the weirdest take ever. He goes, he's a better actor than you give him credit for.
Yeah. Is he a huge Arnold Schwarzenegger fan? Because in that little back and forth where she's like, no, it's like, I'll be back. I'm the Terminator, whatever. She's right. He doesn't, his smile, his nonsense, everything is the same. She's right about that. But he was
Yes.
just like, hey, why are you bashing on him? He's a good actor. What?
Yeah.
That's
And
your
then
take? Yeah.
she goes, I'm sorry. No, he's a terrible actor. Arnold, I'm sorry if you're watching, but he's a terrible actor. I'll be back. I am kindergarten cop. I am, whatever movies he's in. I am, what's that other one? That's her, Rambo. And
No,
Brandon starts doing his
stop. Rambo
Steven
was Sylvester
Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, yes.
So he's like doing his impression. His impression is not good. No, but to be fair, she's from Russia, which is not where Arnold Schwarzenegger's from, but it's closer than where Brandon is from. So maybe that's why Brandon's impression is not good. So she's laughing at his impression and they're just laughing. And I was like, there can be fun when they're not fighting. And when Betty's not there, they can have fun.
Yeah.
So, she's nervous and he's like, it's all going to be fine. He has that I'm a cute white guy energy with two parents who spoiled me. So everything has always worked out for me. So I'm sure everything's going to work out. And she's like, okay, but I've had trauma with this. So they go into the doctors and they say, how long have you been having unprotected sex? And she says 5 years without getting pregnant, which is a very long time. So I understand why she's concerned. And then he says, but we only just started trying.
Right.
And I was like, what does that mean?
Yeah, that's why I didn't understand. Meaning,
like,
are they
you
like
clocking her cycles?
Yeah, they're
And
like clocking the cycle and they're doing more than just willy-nilly doing it. Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Not doing it for pleasure, but doing it for baby.
Right. Right.
So the doctor says, this can be very stressful for women because they don't have control over what's happening in their own bodies and they might want a baby, but their body's not cooperating. So then she puts a condom thing on a long wand thing and puts it right where it goes. And
Mhm.
Julia is very uncomfortable and in pain. And she's like, these appointments are not fun.
Nope, it's awful.
And they see a polyp in her uterus and some sort of adhesion. And she's like, the doctors in Russia did not tell me that. She's overwhelmed. She's very scared that something is wrong and they won't. And Brandon's so hopeful and she'll let him down. I wish the doctor had said, like, but this is all fixable. Like,
Right.
but
Yeah.
we could remove this polyp. I hope they can. I hope they can have a baby if they want a baby. Still not
Yeah.
sure if she 100% wants a baby, but
I kind of feel like she does, but she sort of put this wall up because she's always had this information that she was told, like, it'll never happen for you. So I think she's just had this wall up of like, I don't want to have a baby. And even if she does, she sort of told herself she doesn't. And they're just starting this process. And, if the process is going to be too expensive, too hard on her, they may decide to go a different route. Um, I mean, I don't know.
I'm
It's just,
sorry. If they try to adopt and they have to list his parents as references and that mom walks in with that haircut, they're not getting a baby
I don't think
because,
legally they're allowed to hold your haircut against you. They could hold your hoarder
well,
house against you.
that uh-huh.
Mhm.
By the way, puppy farm,
Yeah.
people are still talking about it online. We haven't forgotten that
No,
the
we haven't
parents
forgotten.
basically had a puppy farm.
Mm-mm.
So yeah.
No. No, we remember. We remember everything that happened at that murder farm. We remember you have to get in naked because you're not into the hot tub because you're not allowed to have any lotions or oils from your clothes.
I
You
had
have to be
forgotten
nude
about
in the
that
hot tub.
actually.
Yeah,
I had
yeah,
actually
yeah. Mhm.
could they hold being on a reality show against you if they wanna give you a baby? Could they hold being on the same show as Gino and Jasmine? Like, you are in the same universe on the same program as Gino and Jasmine, no baby for you.
No, I don't think they can hold any of that, but, I do think a polyp is fixable. The other thing she talked about something can't go over all I think, it didn't sound like she said, "Oh, you have, your ovaries are misformed." Listen, this is somebody talking about I don't have no idea what I'm talking about, but I
Yeah.
feel like this is a good storyline in that it is relatable to a lot of women,
Yes.
and, a lot of men that are dealing with women or females dealing with their
And
partners that
how
have these issues and yeah.
yes, and maybe how he could support her better. Maybe
Mhm.
a man watching this could learn
That's right. It's a learning
from
channel. Always
learn
remember, it's the
learn
learning
don't do
channel.
how Brandon does.
No, don't do anything like that. Let's move on to Darcey and Georgie, and, they're in Bulgaria. They've landed. They've arrived, and she's hot. She says she's sweating her boobs off. She has a zillion suitcases. I mean, I think she has like 8 suitcases. They are gonna be there, did they say 3 weeks?
3 weeks. How tall would you say Georgie is? Because he cannot see over the stacks of them when he's pushing the cart.
I bet he's like 5'11", and I bet she's like 5'2", you
Yeah.
know? Yeah.
I think
Uh,
she might be actually shorter, like 4'11".
really?
Mhm.
Well, I don't they wear those heels, so who knows? So,
Because I'm 5'2".
okay, right. Amy is 4'11", Amy Archer.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she's tiny. Um, okay, so they've arrived. So they say it's time for a honeymoon, and it's also family time. And in this talking head, like he's being very nice to her. Um,
Mhm.
they are going to the most romantic city in Bulgaria. It's Plovdiv. It's the 6th oldest city in the world and the 3rd oldest city in Europe. I've never heard of it. So again, we're learning.
Well,
Interesting.
thank you,
Yeah.
TLC. Darcy is, like, on her phone. She's, like, and not even listening as he's
Well,
giving
yeah.
us these facts about Europe.
She's going, "Mhm. Oh, okay. Well,
Mm.
I love that you're here. Oh, okay." So the talking head, he goes, "I love breathing the fresh Bulgarian air, and I'm very happy to be here, but I'm also very worried about this trip." And she goes, "You gotta loosen up. You just gotta loosen up. You gotta hold it. You gotta hold it into like your chest and your. I'm gonna give you a massage." And he says, "I hold it in sexually." And she goes, "Yeah, okay." And she gets up and starts giving him like a slapping massage on his back, and he's like, "Stop! It hurts." So She's so
It
crazy.
was so weird. Her tiny hands just like
But here's the thing too,
yeah.
he said, I'm frustrated sexually," and normally she'd be like, "Oh, well, production needs to leave, we gotta do it right now." And
Yeah.
normally she loves a sexual innuendo. I'm surprised she didn't
Mhm.
volunteer to t take one for the team. Alright, so they go to this hotel, which is, like, very old and haunted, and she says, they said, "We would like to check into this hotel, and now we're going to ask, do you have a honeymoon suite?" Because I'm sure they didn't arrange any of this beforehand. Production is
Yeah.
there. This was stupid.
Yeah.
But the guy at the front desk who doesn't know what to make of Darcy's face, like, let's just be
No.
honest, that's what
I
he's
think he's
looking
trying
at.
not to look at it
Yeah,
like you wanna look away to be polite.
yeah. I think he doesn't know what to make of this American woman with the face work. So he says, "We normally do have a honeymoon suite, but it's being renovated right now because the people that were here before like ruined the room." And we're like, "Can we get?" She's like, "What?" Like, "Ree-er, ree-er, ree-er," like they pounded the bed. Like, what? And the guy's just, he doesn't ever give him an explanation of it.
Well,
Like, what happened? Did they
I
break
think
the
we can
bed? I mean,
no, it has to I bet there's I don't know. Is there a chandelier they were swinging from?
I don't
Did they
know.
break a table? Did they break something in the bathroom? Were
I
they
don't
just
know.
doing it all over? It was there's just semen everywhere?
Ew.
If the which other 90 if it was a 90-day universe couple,
Uh-huh.
who do you think it is most likely to be? If it let's just say it was.
If it was a 90-day couple that had destroyed a room in that way, um, I'm trying to think what couple is, like, really super hot for each other. Maybe
Well, like,
Tigerlily and Adnan? Yeah,
Sarper and Shekinah, like, act like they are, but I don't
right.
know if it's real, like, they actually do it that much.
Mhm, that's a good one. Yeah, Adnan and Tigerlily, he's always like, "Come on, come into the room, close the door." Maybe those 2. Well, either way, something happened in that room, and the guy is so upset that he can't even, like, make a smiling face or anything. He acts very strange. So they go show another room. It's super nice, and she goes, "Oh my gosh, we're gonna have to be, like, super quiet because, like, that guy at the front desk, like, he could be listening at the door." So she goes, "Go listen at the door, and I'm gonna make sex noises." It was very funny, and you were right that that's what they were doing. He was listening at the door, and she was laying on the back of the bed going, "Ah, ooh, ee, ah," and, like, pounding her legs against the bed, and he comes in, he goes, "Okay, all right." She goes, "I was making it sound like you, by the way." And he goes, "No, you sound like a little screaming horse or a little dog with the woof woof." I mean, it was this is the kinda thing where you're like, "Okay, they do like each other. They're funny together."
Sometimes,
Yeah,
there's, like, a brief respite of all the horrible, awkward tension
Yeah,
that is coming from him that he hates her. Like,
yes. It
it's
seems
so
like
brief, though.
Yeah, it seems like he's like, "Huh, she's funny." So
Like Florian and Stacy, kind of, like, where they
Oh,
joke around and you're like, "Oh, maybe, okay, I can see it."
yeah, you could see, like, why they get along, but he takes her shoes off while she's holding onto her boobs on the bed while he's taking her shoes off. We see her sexy, no-show socks that she's got going on under those boots. I was like, "She on these huge boots." I would have had on, like, knee socks. These boots
Yeah,
are, like, rubbing on your whatever. I hate those
yeah.
no-show socks. Um,
Love them if in shorts, but not
I can't get them to stay on my feet.
oh, really?
No, I don't know. Maybe my feet are shaped strange. So she's like, "Take me to the shower." So they go in the bathroom. I mean, he knocks her up against the wall a couple of times, but she's like slipping down, like he's trying to hold her, but she's like sliding down. Um, and they go in the bathroom and she's like, "Oh yeah, yeah, uh-huh. Come on, baby. Yeah." So the next
And
scene,
they're gonna break that room,
I
and
know.
the owner is gonna be like, "No more couples. Just no
We're
more
couples, singles only. Singles only.
single women only. No even
Um,
men are allowed."
So they're going to dinner, and she's talking about how tricky it is to walk on these cobblestones in heels. And then they show a hero shot of them, and they're so happy in their hero shot. They're like, "Look at us in Bulgaria, happy couple, baby happy." They go to a nice dinner. They do cheers. They make sex jokes because he orders beef tongue, and he talks about how great his tongue is, and I didn't need it.
Oh,
Um, mm-mm. And then talking to it, she goes, "Things are going great. Sex is good. Vibe is good. great energy. I got to keep this energy going. I got to keep it going. It's going to be great. I'm going to meet his family. Everything's going to be great. So he says to her, he's like, I am excited for you to meet my family, but I'm getting worried a bit. Then he goes into this whole thing about when he was young, he was so smart. He was so great at math. And they called him Genius Georgie. And it's stressful sometimes to think about what his parents' expectation would be of him. And it applies in this case too, an expectation of his wife. Did they know he moved to the United States and like lived in a house with a bunch of dudes and was a massage therapist? Like,
Seriously.
what are you doing with your genius? I'm
Yeah.
confused.
Yeah. I've never seen any sort of genius or drive from him whatsoever.
No. So, she's like, oh, okay, great. So, all right, so you're worried about what they're going to think of me because they have a high expectation. So obviously, I'm not going to be that. I'm going to have like a low expectation. Like she just kind of, goes off the rails.
She makes it
And
about herself once again.
yeah, true. And he says, she goes, did your parents know that you're happy in your marriage? And he goes, well, I've never shared anything bad. So yeah, they assume I'm happy. Yeah. She goes, so okay. I don't want to get upset and I don't want to. So you've never told your parents that you're happy in your marriage?
Oh my God.
And he goes, I don't talk to them in general about my relationships. So if they haven't heard anything bad, then they think I'm happy. Then he says something about like when you get spun up like this, you're embarrassing. I couldn't quite follow it, but she's like, I'm not going to embarrass you in front of your family, Georgie. I know how to act. And then he goes, you listen to me, but you do not hear me. You're not hearing. I'm trying to tell you my feelings. So okay. Talking to Eddie goes, I hope it goes well, but so much can go wrong. Like just this dinner is a great example. My dad
Yeah.
is a professional profiler for the military. And he notices everything. Like, wow. Okay.
He's going to do a deep dive into Darcey's soul, and
Mhm.
he is not going to like what he sees.
Just a quick Google would tell him everything he needs to know.
Uh-huh.
And he goes, I'm trying to tell you how I feel, and you don't give a fuck. I don't really understand why they're fighting. I
They're
didn't quite.
fighting because he was being totally calm and trying to have a normal discussion and tell her how he's feeling. And he said, I don't tell them anything bad about us. Like, I don't tell them if we have a fight or something, which
Right.
is what you want to hear, which is
Right.
she should not be upset about that because you don't want him going and telling them everything bad because then you show up and then they remember all the fights that
Yeah,
you've had.
right.
And so he's like, I just don't talk to them about my relationships in general. So I'm sure they assume that I'm happy in my marriage. And she's like, you didn't tell them that you're happy in our marriage. And it's like, except she did like, you didn't tell us that you're happy in a marriage. And
Yeah.
she made it all about her. She started a fight because she's crazy and insecure and she does not listen to a word he's saying. Like, it's exactly what he was saying. You're hearing me, but you're listening, but you're not hearing me. I
Yeah.
was team Georgie on this. This was the stupidest fight, and it was all her fault.
Yeah, I mean, I literally wrote, "Why are they fighting?" Like, I'm confused. Like, I didn't have time to like roll it back and figure it out. So I'm glad you explained it.
She made it all about her and purposefully or not on purpose misunderstood what he was saying because she has the emotional maturity of a mullet.
Some of these fruit flies in my house.
The fruit flies
The
in your
fruit flies,
house.
yeah. For those of you at home, still have the fruit flies, and every home remedy has not worked. So I did finally have to call the pest control guy who's coming tomorrow to do something. I don't know. He did say a good way to get rid of them is to pour boiling hot water with bleach in it down your drain. And I was
Oh,
like, all the drains? And he's like, yes, all the drains. I was like, well, that seems like a lot of work. So anyway, he's going to do something about it tomorrow. Okay. Who cares? Let's move it on to Tigerlily and Adnan. That's you, girl. Baby and baby.
they also have a fly infestation, not your little flies. I think they're regular flies and a
Mm-hmm.
wasp because
Oh,
they're at their new cabin and she's swatting flies and she's like, I got one, baby. And he goes, you got one, baby? Good. Like they're bonding over killing these insects. And
but you know
he
what those
says,
things are? They're electric or whatever, and they
Yeah.
zip, they zap
He's
them. Yeah,
maybe never seen one, but he thinks it's really fun.
they are fun.
So he starts, I don't like that. I feel really bad for the insect.
You feel
So,
bad for the fly. The fly doesn't.
yes.
No, the fly will give you a disease. So don't feel bad for the fly.
Well, I try to catch them and let them outside, but
Oh my God, would you be trying to catch all these fruit flies in my house and let them outside? No,
no, that's
there's
too far.
yeah, that's
So
okay.
he says he loves living at the cabin. It's so cute, baby. He's like giddy. He's like, I love it. It's so cute. My $20,000 toilet. So then he starts vaping inside the house. I think he was vaping and not smoking. And she's like, I thought you had stopped, baby. And he says, well, we keep fighting and that causes me stress. So I need to smoke and to vape. So essentially, it's your fault that I'm still smoking and
Correct. Right.
vaping.
Mhm.
He should be doing none of this near her. I don't know about vaping and pregnant ladies, but I just don't think any of that is good. That
Yeah.
cannot be good.
Have you heard of
So,
popcorn lung? Have you heard of popcorn lung? I can send you some pictures.
no, God, no,
Gross.
thank you.
Yeah.
Ugh. So she's like, it's not about the vaping, baby. It's that you lied to me. It's also about the vaping and the smoking because you
Yeah.
are pregnant and
Yes.
you have 2 children. Where
Mhm.
are they? We don't know, but still, it
Yeah.
is about that and the fact that he is going to be a dad and he
Mhm.
needs to stop smoking and
Yes. All of it.
driving erratically. So she's like, if you lied about something small, what else would you lie about, baby? And he's distracted because there are flies around and he's 22 and his frontal lobe is not fully developed. So he's just like, shiny thing, fly, what am I looking at? And she's like, will you listen to me, baby? And he's like, yeah, baby, I promise, I won't hide anything from you ever
He
again.
he
It's fine.
seemed to me, well, first of all, he's 23, how dare you? But he seemed to me to be looking directly at the camera like Jim from The Office.
He loves it. He thinks he
Yeah.
is the funniest because remember
Yeah.
at the tell-all, he thought he was
Mhm.
the funniest too.
But
He's
he was
like,
such a jerk.
he was such a jerk,
Yeah.
but the people on Pillow Talk thought he was funny. So I
Mm.
still won't forget.
Never forget.
So she is just very annoyed by him, and I would be too. But again,
Mhm.
this is what you signed up for. So the next day they're going to see her dad and stepmom, and Adnan wonders, will your dad not like me because I'm Muslim? And she goes, well, he's just never met one before, baby. I was like, okay.
That sounds about
So
right.
she tells us when she told the dad about Adnan, the first thing he said was, he's not Muslim, is he?
Mhm.
And I was like, and they keep playing this dumb country song, like that's their new intro music. It's like country. So I don't know
Well,
what song it is
they're
because
somewhere in the backwoods of Texas, so there you go.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Somebody sent me the listing to that house, by the way.
the cabin,
Uh-huh. Yeah, they sent me the listing for it. Like, I mean, I think it was the listing before she bought it, I guess. It
yeah.
was, like, in the 200s or 300s. It wasn't super expensive, and I was like, I
Well, it's
wonder.
very run down.
Yeah, I mean, she's had to do a lot of reno, but I'm like, again, I wonder if she's not getting any alimony because she married somebody else.
Exactly.
Mhm.
She should still be getting the child support,
Yeah,
but
child support, but not alimony, right.
but if she can't have the kids around because they're filming a lot, the kids probably are with the dad more when they're filming. I don't
Who
know.
knows? Yeah.
So they go to this barbecue place. She introduces the stepmom and the dad. This is Adnan. And the dad goes, Ad mom, ad ma'am, ad mama,
So
cannot
rude,
say it.
so rude.
You do not know his name, or are you just pretending you don't know his name and you're being a jerk? Like, I think he didn't know his name, which is like, how often do you talk to the dad, Tigerlily, that he doesn't
Yeah,
even know his name?
yeah, I think he didn't know
Also,
his
it's
name.
not a hard name.
Adnan. Yeah, we got
It's
it.
not that hard. So the dad says, have you ever had barbecue before? And Adnan says, no, why you no take me to barbecue before, Tigerlily? And Tigerlily goes, because you always want me to cook, baby. And I was like, this is not literally the first conversation you're having with the dad, is you revealing that he always wants you at 19 months pregnant to be cooking you every meal. And that's why you haven't gone to a restaurant.
Mhm.
So they go in, they order a bunch of meat. He won't order anything with pork in it,
Yeah.
but he stepmom and dad say they're skeptical. They're worried that he wants a green card and they're gonna grill him.
Mhm.
So they sit down. Adnan says to us that he does not like American food. He thinks it's disgusting. And he's always on the $20,000 toilet.
Mhm.
He said that. So also it's a buffet, and so it's like the green beans have pork, so he can't have that. And then
Right.
he picks up this like little thing of butter and says, "Is this ice cream?" Um, you're in America now. Like the butter portion is so big that you thought it was ice cream.
Right. I did
Because
like how she was pointing out, like, this has pork in it, like, because he may not
yeah.
think the green beans would have pork in it, but of course they do. I mean,
Yes.
yeah.
Totally. And then she's like, "You want bread, baby?" And he's like, "What? You want bread, baby?"
Mhm.
No. Okay, that's fine. So he said something like he can't eat animals that eat animals, which I did not know what he meant because pigs also don't eat animals. So,
I think well, I think
but the
pigs will eat
pork
any.
thing is
Yeah, I think pigs are considered unclean, and I do believe they will eat anything. From Dateline that, if you put out, a dead body, a pig will eat the whole thing. I mean, a pig will
that's
eat
true.
anything, so it will eat another
That
animal. Yeah,
yeah, that's true.
yeah.
Also, I'm Jewish, and we're not supposed to eat pork either. So,
Well, there you go, 'cause they're an
um,
unclean animal, so there you go.
yeah. Um, but we have all sorts of weird it has, like, to do with their hoofs, and,
Oh,
it's yeah, like a cleft in the hoof. It's
oh,
like yeah, it's very detailed,
I
these
didn't know that.
rules.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he starts eating the meat with his fingers and he's like, "I'm showing you how we eat it in Jordan." And they who are eating with their forks were very nice and they're like, "That's how you're supposed to eat it. Good for you." Like
Yeah,
they're being pretty nice. Um, and he loves it. His eyes light up like he's at Disneyland and he's just so excited. Like he is obsessed. He's like, "This is the best meat I've ever had. I
yeah,
love barbecue." Like so
yeah.
now he's gonna want her to cook. He's gonna want Tigerlily at 27 months pregnant to have a slow cooker in the backyard
Just
and be like making him barbecue
he's
every
gonna be
night.
like, and also I'd like a pot roast for every meal. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So he says I don't they keep talking about religion. He's like, I don't eat pork because of my religion, and it's in the and they say, "Oh yeah, it's in the Bible, Old Testament. You're not supposed to have pork." And he goes, "Well, the reason I like the Quran is it doesn't change. All Qurans are the same no matter where you go. And if you get a Bible here or a Bible there, they're gonna in different countries, they're gonna say different things." And the dad's like, they're talking about who wrote the Bible, and the Bible is like a history book written by different people like Matthew or John,
Mhm,
and
mhm. Who wrote
they lost
Genesis?
me.
I mean,
I really did not think know if that he's like
who
didn't expect to get a Bible study by these 2 people, and I don't
well, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, they wrote those books of the Bible, okay? And then there's, Corinthians, and there's, Leviticus, and there's Genesis and all these things, but I don't think they listen, it's been a while, but I don't think the book of Genesis was written by a person named Genesis. Um,
right.
it was it
It's by Genesis from the real world.
um
Um,
it's interesting. Her take on it is, well, it's like a history book. Okay. And then they were trying to say, well, who wrote the Quran? And he's like, huh? Who? What? How? Who's on first? Like, but we
yeah,
never got the answer. Who did write the
I
Quran?
think
I don't know.
God. He thinks God or it was transcribed like the Bible I thought was, like, transcribed,
Right.
but it was God's I don't understand. I don't
I
know.
I don't know.
You guys,
Listen, they are
you're
all experts and they didn't know. So we definitely don't know.
they really confused me,
Mhm.
and I was like, "This is too much for my Jew brain to understand," because I think you should take everything in those books with a grain of salt
Yeah.
because
Agree. Take what serves
they
you and
are
leave the
written by
rest. Yes.
people who had their own agendas who wanted to keep women in the back seat. That's mostly what I think.
Right. Not that
But
they had back seats because they didn't have cars, but go ahead.
they didn't have cars.
Yeah.
So anyway, and they're saying like the people who changed the Bible like they change it so it's easier for people to understand. And I'm like,
Mhm.
I don't think that's true either. I think like
Well, I
meanings have changed
yes, and a lot of it is
over
all
time.
but they are translated from another language, and then they are you take out the doth and the hath and the thous and the, and then
Right.
you gotta make it more understandable. So, I understood what she was saying, but we never got to the bottom of who wrote the Quran. So,
No.
yeah,
So,
I'm gonna look it up.
mom says I was looking to read up on the Quran, so I was looking for a study book, but she kind of, I think, was saying she couldn't find one. She could have gone on Amazon. I'm sure there are many. I'm sure there's like the kids' guide to the Quran if she was that interested. But it was nice
Well
that she even said that.
well, Muslims believe that the Quran was revealed, by Allah to the Prophet Muhammad through the
Mhm.
angel Gabriel, which is Jibril. The Prophet Muhammad then recited these revelations, and his followers memorized and wrote them down. The Quran was compiled into a book after Muhammad's death. So Muhammad was the one who received the message, and then they put it into the Quran. He received the message from God, which was Allah. So it's not dissimilar to the Book of Mormon.
It is a game of telephone.
And
So
I'm just kidding about the Book of Mormon. Don't come at me, Muslims, and don't come at me, Mormons.
the
We've got to
Book
get
of
off this.
Mormon was written on some gold plates and then buried somewhere on the East Coast.
And then you found them, and they found them. And then they wrote them down in the Book of Mormon, and then you can have a bunch of wives if you want to. No, I'm just kidding, but it does say that. Okay, we gotta get off this topic.
So,
We gotta get
everything
off
I
this
know
topic.
about Book of Mormon is from the musical Book of Mormon. So, she so anyway, they're like, "Well, there are mosques here." And he's like, "I've seen them and there's so many people. That's so great." And I was
Yeah.
like very surprised but happy that he had found mosques
Yeah,
there.
me too. Yeah.
Um So they said they were just like, is he going to be really extreme about it? Like, is he going to make you convert? And
Yeah.
she says she's not sure if she's going to convert. And they're like telling us we're concerned because she's pregnant now. So she's like really dug in to this. It's like,
They're
yeah.
also really married, so yeah. Mhm.
They also got married within 5 hours of knowing each other.
Yeah.
So and again, she could have looked into any of this ahead of time. So they say, Tigerlily, you're gonna have to dress different if you convert. And Adnan says, well, that's to protect her from other men. And then dad says, well, shouldn't you be confident enough to not worry about other men seeing her? And I was like, I like where you're going, dad, but it's also like she has free will in this situation. So should
Yeah.
you not trust her enough that she's not going to do anything? But it's Tigerlily's like, it's sweet that he wants me to cover up. That's what she always goes to. It's not anything bad, like
He's
why
just
he
trying to
wants me to
protect
cover
me,
up. He's
baby.
just trying to protect me because women's bodies are sinful and they can corrupt poor men and make them sin. So
Do you think
we have
dad hears
to
her
cover the
talking and goes like,
shameful boobies.
yeah, you think dad hears her talking and was like, "When did you come up with this voice?" Like, 'cause this
He's
was
like,
not
it was between age 21 and 22. She was hit on the head. And
Mhm.
instead of getting amnesia and forgetting, she just started talking with a weird accent, which
It's
actually
strange.
I did see on 911. It could be like a disease or a brain tumor or something. And then you should start
Oh.
talking with a British accent or something.
Oh, that'd be
But I
cool.
don't,
It'd be
I don't,
better than a Kardashian accent. Yeah.
I know. Do you get to choose
Yeah.
what kind of accent you just wake up with?
Yeah, that'd be
So
cool.
anyway, she and Adnan are in there talking head, and she's like, I'm just still not sure. I'm not going to change just because he wants me to or convert. And Adnan says, what are you worried about? God tells you that as a woman, you should listen to your husband. Easy peasy. You shouldn't
Yeah.
even have to think at all. I did the
Just
thinking
right.
because I'm the
Mhm.
man.
Right. Mhm.
So, and she's like,
Yeah.
okay, baby, let's change the subject.
It's like, "Okay, baby, stop." And
Yeah.
I do wonder with this stuff that she posts of herself, head to toe and, the hijab and stuff. I do wonder if all of that is because they're selling those clothes.
Yeah.
Because in all the talking heads
Hmm.
and hero shots and everything, her body is covered, but her hair is not, so I do wonder.
There must be like like the trad wife movement online. There
Yeah.
must be like a Muslim wife movement online, and wants to be one of those influencers. So
Yeah. Good for her. Um, all right, let's talk about Jovi and Yara. So as we know, Jovi works the offshore oil rig situation, and he is gone for like 3 months at a time, right? He's gone, and so they're
I
going to pick
think
up.
they said 3 weeks and 3 weeks now.
Oh, okay, well, that's better than 3 months. But I mean, I think when they were first together, he would be gone for like 3 months because he's
Yeah.
almost missed the birth of the kid, right?
Mhm.
Um, so Yara and Mila are going to pick him up at the airport, and I did notice they have 2 car seats in the back, which was confusing, but maybe that's they carpool. So,
Hmm.
in the talking head, Yara is saying, "I do miss the baby stage of Mila because now, like talking to her is like talking to like a little adult, and sometimes I do think I do want another baby, but." I would really be missing Jovi because he wouldn't be around to help at all, and it would be hard because he works so much. It would be hard to have the 2 kids. It was hard enough with 1. So, as I predicted, he comes and she's like, "Listen, you're gonna love me, and I just don't get mad and whatever." And she does have a new baby, and it is this new little teacup poodle puppy who's so cute, and her name is Mila, not to be confused
That's
with
not gonna be
Mila.
confusing.
Yeah, Mila. Yeah.
No,
Um,
that's no.
she was cute. She reminded me of my doggy Ginger. She was so cute. She was so
Yeah, she's
cute. Yeah,
adorable. She's a designer pup,
she is.
which is
She is.
perfect for
It's
Yara. But
perfect.
she looks like a tiny teddy bear, and she's the cutest.
Yeah,
But that name is way too similar.
I agree.
That's gonna be a disaster.
Yeah, I agree. And so in the talking head, she says, in the talking head, he goes, "Look, I wish that Yara would focus more on expanding our family than getting a puppy. And also, did she forget that we have all new furniture? That now this dog is going to be like going to the bathroom on, like, and that is a concern."
I
Um,
thought the dog was gonna pee on Jovi. I was like, after that ride to the
yeah,
airport,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
and Jovi and Yara are both wearing full white outfits, like
yeah,
top, bottom, all white.
yeah. I loved it. The dog is so cute. So, um, and the talking head together, they're sitting together, and she goes, "What? I have luxury dog line. Of course, I have to have dog now." And he's like, "God, why would we do this? Like, dogs are so much work. Like, why would you get a dog?" And she goes, "You don't think the babies are lots of work? The babies are so much work." So
Yeah,
I
did
will
he do
tell
any of the work, though?
no, he
Let's be
didn't.
real.
But I gotta tell you, okay, so her new brand is called I'm sorry the dogs are barking. I had closed the door, but somebody left it open. Tesoro, Tesoro, Tesoro Collective. And if you go and look at it,
I looked
um,
it up.
so there's the travel bags that we're seeing here, not the sling, but the travel bag is $1,150.
I saw that, and I was like, "Is that in American dollars?" Because the dollar sign was after
Yeah.
the amount,
Mhm.
instead of before the amount, and I was like,
Yeah. And that crossbody bag that she had, 450. A
"Wait, where
do-
did you see that?" Because when I looked up products, it
yeah.
says extensive collection, and there's only 1 bag listed.
Well, once you click the products, you can do a slide to the right, and so that's what I'm doing right
Oh,
now.
it's a slide to the right because I
Yes.
was like, they only have 1 product,
The
and
the
that's
collar the collar is $75. The leash is $115. A leash
What?
a leash a leash which is also made of soft yet durable Napa leather with quality hardware.
No.
A dog harness,
Oh,
110.
I missed the arrow that you go to the what? That's
Cylindrical
insane.
cylindrical poop bag holder,
Oh, I
135,
wanted to know about the poop bag holder because what is it? S
135, 135. And then they have another poop bag holder that's not like the cylindrical one. It looks like a AirPods case. That's $60. Additionally, we offer stylish accessories like poop bag holders. The pet beds start at 375. Look exactly like the Sealy Posturepedic one I got at Home Goods for 24.99. That's sitting right here on my floor.
I'm
Um,
sorry, I can't get past the $135 for the poop bag holder because it has their their emblem on it.
Yeah.
Who is buying that? You can get those for $5 on
Usually
Amazon.
they just come with your poop
They
bags.
come with
Yeah.
they come I have 5 of them. They come with a set of poop bags, they come
Yeah.
with a leash,
Yeah.
they just give them away.
Yeah, I agree with you, all of that. And I will tell you what's most upsetting to me is that so there's a brand called Telfar, Telfar. It is a black-owned luxury brand. They have gorgeous bags. And this logo that she's got for her Tesoro Collective looks very similar to the Telfar logo.
No.
Very
Oh, no.
similar. But before when she started a business, she just got all her stuff off of Alibaba or whatever, and then slapped her label on it and was like selling it as her own lip gloss or whatever. So at least this is a little more, but when you go on the website, it's like products coming soon. These products will be available in these colors. And then you click on the color to be like, oh, I like the blue. No, you can't click it. There's nothing to click.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. And even when you go to
Mm-mm.
products, it's not easy. You got to like slide to the right. It's hard. So listen, I do like the bags. I think the stuff looks really nice. I think the logo, so she's got on those big bags we saw, she's got the logo, which is a T and a C. The Telfar logo is like a T within a C, but it also says um Tesoro Collection underneath it. It's like if you have the logo, then you don't need the words as well. That'd be like having double rings for Gucci and then the
Right.
word Gucci underneath. Like you got it. Um,
Also, why is it called collezione?
I,
Collezione.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Why
But
what is
Godspeed.
Tesoro? Why who are these dogs? These photos are not taken by Loren.
No, these are
Um,
not the Lauren pictures that we're getting to. No, they're not. Mm-mm.
I'm
Um,
just fascinated, and it's like our products will be available in several colors.
yeah.
But
I
are they available?
no, you can't buy anything.
They
Uh-uh.
come in gift packaging. Should I add myself to the waiting list?
Yes, you should. Because that's what it says at the top, waiting list. Like, okay, waiting list for what?
Also,
Which product?
it says it's European,
Yeah.
a European brand, but, like, at the bottom, it says, like, our address is in Miami, Florida.
Mhm, right. Yeah, it's just a
Because
lot of
she's
questions. It's a lot of questions. And again, the logo looks similar to the Telfar logo. So now we see Loren taking photos for Yara's new dog care luxury accessories. And the photos,
European.
yeah, sorry, European. And the photos aren't great. But Loren is holding that camera and she like she knew what she was doing, but it's like the head
It's
is
a
cut
good
off, the feet are
camera
off.
too, I
Yeah.
think. Like, I don't know anything about cameras, so it could be a bad one, but she had, like, the full lenses and stuff.
Yeah. But she was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not the pictures are terrible. Now maybe they only showed the terrible pictures.
Yeah.
Um, but my note is here is why is she trying to copy the Telfar logo and did Kimberly know the dog carries are $1,150? That's
Yeah,
crazy.
no, I only saw that one
Yeah,
because I could not understand how a simple website works
right.
and did not understand you had to scroll to the right because 'cause I'm an
And then
idiot.
we get a whole new storyline added on right at the end here in the last like 11 seconds of this. They sit to talk, and Lauren tells Yara, I don't know. He's going to kill me for saying this, but Alexi really wants me to be like more feminine. Like he wants me to be more sexy when he comes home from work. And I'm just like, I can't turn it off and on. Like I'm with 3 kids all day. And Yara's like, he needs to hire you a babysitter. You can have more time to yourself. But I was like, is this going to be the storyline now that Alexi is? I mean, we've seen it
Yes,
before. Tell him he doesn't want her to work and he doesn't like that she's doing all
but
these
also
surgeries for himself. And,
it was such weird editing because then it was
yeah,
like, is this whose plot line is this? Like,
right,
what scene are we doing here?
right. I was like, is Lexi coming in? Wait, huh?
Yeah.
So, as per usual, we have to end with Jasmine and Gino and Matt.
Oh god. So Gino goes over to Dana and Michelle's house for
Mhm,
some very dry looking raw vegetables and dip.
mhm, mhm.
Did you notice?
No.
They have beers and dried ass baby carrots and celery and ranch
And
and
ranch.
beer.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, sounds
So
good to me.
they're But I'd be happy. I mean,
Mhm.
I would have added like a pretzel or a chip or something.
Yeah.
So Dana, it's really Dana, but Jasmine says Donna,
Donna.
asks how Natalie is. And he's like, oh, and he almost spits up his beer because he's a 5-year-old girl. And they're like, yeah, yeah. And Dana goes, she looks a lot like Jasmine. And Gino goes, you think so? And Michelle goes, she looks exactly like Jasmine.
Mhm.
And then Gino goes, I guess there's some resemblance. What?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
He has a type,
yeah, he says he's inviting Natalie to Michigan and wants them to meet her. And Michelle goes, even me? Because I know there's some tension because I'm close with Jasmine still. And he tells them how he met with Jasmine. It didn't go well because he had just figured out that she was cheating before last resort with Matt. And he told her he wants a divorce. And Michelle is angry chewing celery. They just keep cutting to her and she's just like a cow, just angrily, like with the itch. She doesn't like this.
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't think she's cheating. I've been with Jasmine and Matt. Like I've gone out with them together. And Gino's like, you have?
Yeah, you seem really
She's
close.
like,
Yeah.
that seems strange. Are you guys having an open marriage together? Like, what's happening?
Yeah.
So Michelle is like, she never says a bad word about you. She says she loves you right in front of Matt. Like she cries, she regrets the open marriage, and he admits he didn't really hear her out when they met. And so Dana and Michelle are like rooting for them to get back together for some reason. I don't know. They think it's like gonna are in the apocalypse or something.
It's
Like
gonna keep them
that.
on TV. I don't know.
Yeah. So Michelle says, remember when you first met her, you said it was a miracle.
I don't know
And
how it was a sugar baby
Dana
website. I don't
goes,
know.
well,
So,
yeah, I don't
yeah.
what and they keep talking about the good old times and I'm like, when
No, yeah.
when she threw the toothbrush on the ground because you got her a toothbrush, when you sent her naked photos to your ex,
When she ripped your hat off and when you yelled at
yeah,
her about chopping vegetables. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, when were the good old times? So they say, you should really meet with her again and go in with a nice attitude, don't scream and yell. And he's like, that's a good idea. So meanwhile, Jasmine and Matt are getting pedicures and she is telling the ladies to cut his gross man nails. And she says, no one ever cut his nails besides his mom. And I was like, is she still cutting his nails or what
Yeah,
are you saying?
that was a strange, yeah, we're like,
That's concerning.
mhm,
So she's like, Matt always takes the time to drive me around, unlike Gino, who wouldn't even drive her to the gym.
right?
And he helps me pick out my colors. I was like, so he takes you to the nail salon. So is he your best friend or is he? I don't understand.
And he waits
So
for her while
also,
she gets her nails done. Does he have a job?
does he work?
Yes, like, yes. What's he doing during the day that he's able to do all these things? Maybe these are just weekend activities? I don't know.
Yeah. So they put on this that sock thing that helps with the, moisturize. And she's like, that's how you get off the cashews. And he goes, cashews? And she's like, cashews. And he goes, cashews? And she goes, she's like, what? And then finally goes, calluses? And she's like, yes, like they say, cashews. And then they're like, how do you say it? And the ladies go, calluses. And she's
Yeah,
like, oh, okay, I'm saying it wrong.
that was funny.
So she tells him that Gino had reached out to her and said he wants to meet again. And she's very happy. And he is instantly sulking like a little boy. And he is like, why do you want to keep meeting with him? And it's the same. Remember when he threw your stuff out in the rain last time in the parking lot and you weren't wearing pants and you were just sitting down on the ground and you had a yoga mat to sit on, but you didn't. And she's like, well, I just think it could be good. He talked to Dana and Michelle and he wants to talk with me without accusing me this time. And Matt's like, every time he destroys you, I'm the one that's picking up the pieces. And I've
True.
done more for you in 4 months than he has ever done, which is all true. But
All
he
true.
sounds like a little whiny bitch. But
He
it's
does.
true.
Yeah.
It's very true. And this is like has to be like when I've had friends who have dated someone who I hated, and like you're at one point go, I can't listen to this. You break up and then you get back together, and I keep
Right.
telling you, ladies, raise your standards, and it's just so annoying. But he
Yes.
also wants to fuck her, so there's like a whole other element to why this is so frustrating for him.
But he gets to. I mean, it's not like he wants to. I mean,
He
he's
totally
there.
gets
He's
to.
doing it. Yeah.
Yes. So, Jasmine's like, well, I know you don't think I appreciate everything you've done for me. I do, but you can't compare a friend to a husband. A husband's always going to come first. And you see Matt's face just like, I want to be your husband.
I know. God, what's wrong with her?
What
It,
is
just
I,
it has something have to do with her status and her that she's trying to keep this going. That
yeah,
no matter what, he's going to be responsible for her for 10 years.
yeah.
Gino is, unless he can get her deported, which he's not going to because
Which,
they're both getting paid for the show. So he's and he quit his job to be on the show. So yeah,
but I could see him being spiteful enough to try to get her deported. But
yeah.
then he would have to spend money on like a lawyer, and he's not going to do that.
And then what if he has to work in the summer? He can't go.
He can't work in the
He
summer.
can't work in the summer. What?
It's too hot.
Goodness
So,
sakes.
Matt says it drives me nuts. Okay, this is weird. Did you notice this? Matt says it drives me nuts how he rings and she comes running, and he does this like weirdest Spanish accent.
He
Like
sure did do a weird Spanish accent there, and I was like, "Is
he's a
Matt
bit
from
like
Spain
Matt.
or?"
Wait, it's Matt from the thruple, because that Matt also did the same thing where he would
Yes.
switch back and forth in the same sentence.
Yes, he would go from, like, full Southern accent to no
Yeah,
accent to Spanish accent.
yeah.
Yes, yeah, yeah, yeah.
She comes running, and I was like, what the hell was that? Did you just roll your R's?
Oh, it's funny.
So he's like, he says, I keep wanting to tell her how I feel, but I know she's not ready. So I keep holding off. And that's why she's not maybe picking up on it. I think she has to know. He's being pretty obvious. Like,
Yeah. Yeah,
so
yeah.
he just keeps bad mouthing Gino instead and making age jokes, like dumb age jokes. He
Yeah,
knows how to work a computer. So, to make himself feel better.
right.
So she goes to meet with Gino at a restaurant. I was very confused by this ordering thing. It appeared to me she was ordering Diet Coke in a wine glass, but
Yes.
then she is served a glass of wine and a Diet Coke in separate glasses.
That's not what she said. She said, "I wanna get a Diet Coke, but can I get it, like, in a wine glass?" And that's not what
Right.
they brought. So,
No,
then
they
she's
brought her a Diet Coke with ice and a glass of wine.
yeah, and then it seems like that's Gino's wine because she seems like she hands it to him. I was very confused.
Oh, but she takes a sip of the wine.
I
I
wonder
was
if
like,
she already
"Oh, are
knows
we
she's
supposed to believe
pregnant.
she's pregnant?" That's why I was
Yes,
thinking too.
yes, yeah,
Yeah.
mhm.
So Gino comes in his very best backwards baseball cap and a
Mm,
shirt with horses and rope and cowboy hats all over it.
yeah,
It's like the bedspread in a 8-year-old's bedroom. It is like,
totally.
but you like the parents think you like cowboy stuff, so they've
Yes,
gotten you that bedspread, and you're
totally.
like, I was into that last week. Now I like dinosaurs, mom. But like, you still
Yeah,
have the bedspread.
mhm.
So he comes to sit down, and she's like, I'm sorry, that seat is taken. And he goes, oh, is Matt sitting here? It was very funny.
That was a good one. Good comeback.
Yeah. So she's like, I'm really glad you asked me to meet. And Gino says, yeah, Michelle told me you never talk bad about me. And she starts crying, and she's like, I never stopped loving you, Gino. I never stopped. Could never hate you. And he says, remember our happy days walking by the river and working out? And I was like, when did they work out together?
He went to the gym with her one time, remember?
One time. And
Yeah,
she
that
like
was yeah.
threw something and stormed out.
Well, yeah, of course. Yeah.
And then she goes, my potato salad. You love my potato salad. And she's like, what are you eating now, Gino? What I'm not there. Are you eating your frozen dinners? Like, don't tell me your frozen dinners. I'm going to start crying. And he goes, my recycling bin is full again. Like when she
Yeah.
first moved in, and it was to the ceiling pretty much of just boxes.
He can
So
eat other
she's like,
things if he doesn't like to cook. There's so many other ways to go
so
about
many
it.
other ways.
Yeah.
But they're laughing and bonding. And then she's like, the last time we saw each other, you said the divorce word. And he goes, I was angry. I'm not totally sure about that. And she goes, well, I appreciate you taking accountability. like, when did he take accountability? And she goes, "It's a big decision, and that was heartbreaking to me, and I love you, and I miss you," and she's crying, and, she can turn on those waterworks like nobody's
She's
business.
so good at it. Yeah.
I know. I think she has, like, something in her pocket that, like, I think she's I don't know, like,
She's
she's
like,
plucking her hairs with
oh,
her I don't know
that's what
how
Joey said
she's
to
doing
do
it.
on Friends. He said to keep tweezers in your
Yeah.
pocket and plug your leg hairs out. It'll make you cry.
Mhm.
Yeah. Mhm.
Or she just does that eye drops that actors use.
Yeah,
So,
but
sh
no time. No time. No
no
time. She's on
time.
camera.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because then he'd go, You're those aren't real tears, Jasmine."
Yes.
So,
You're right.
she is, they're talking, and he goes, "Okay, so it's going so well." And then he's like, "My main concern is why are you still living with Matt if you are still in love with me?" And she
Mhm.
says, "Well, financially, I can't afford it, and I've been hoping I could return home to live with you again. I never thought that we would be separated for this long, that 4 months would pass." And he goes, "Well, if you really cared about me, you would have moved out on your own to show me that you two aren't a thing." And she's like, "We're not a thing." And he goes, "Do you expect me to believe that?" And she says, "He's my roommate. We're not in a romantic relationship." And he says, "Are you still intimate?" And she says, "Of course. That was part of the agreement of
That's
the
the
open
agreement. Yeah.
marriage."
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And he's like, "I can't believe you. This is why when you say you still love me, I can't believe you. And when's the last time you had sex with Matt? Today?" And she's like, "No, no. I mean, things have changed." I think she's saying like they're not as hot as and heavy
Yeah.
because
Right now they're used to
it's
each
not
other. Yeah.
forbidden any for like now you're like in the same room in the
Yeah.
same sharing a bathroom. Like it's not
And
as
now you're
sexy anymore.
sitting on the couch scrolling your phone together at
Yes.
night. It's not as hot as it
Yeah.
was. Yeah.
So he goes, "I bet you're still having sex all the time. You're always wanting sex." And she goes, "With you, I always wanted sex." And he's like, "Don't say that. No, no, no." But it's true.
It's
Like she
true.
did. She was always trying to get sex from him. And he somehow starts talking about Vegas and how he has been exploring, and he really likes Natalie and he invited her to come to Michigan. And she says, "Good for you. So you're dating. This is not an open marriage." And he says, "Well, you broke the rules, so I can do whatever I want now." Like
Mhm.
they need to bring in that hippie one from the last resort one who
No.
suggested the whole thing and
No,
be like,
no.
"This is why you guys are not capable of doing
Yeah,
this.
because she would just yell at them and be like, "You're doing it wrong." Yeah.
You're doing it completely wrong." Even I know they're doing it completely wrong.
Reba.
So
Reba.
yeah,
Reba. Yeah.
Reba.
Yeah.
So they start I don't even know if she's a hippie. All I know is she was in an open marriage. I didn't really watch that show very regularly. So they start arguing about how he made out with Natalie, whereas with Jasmine, like she would beg for sex and yeah, "I begged you for sex. I begged you for attention, and you wouldn't even look at me, Gino. And now you made out with her, and it makes me feel horrible." And she's like, "It breaks my heart," and she thinks it's a double standard. And like also she's like, "It is heartbreaking you say you made out with her. I never give you details about my relationship with Matt because I would never hurt you like that, and you just hurt me. Like take this knife from outside my back." And
Oh
like she
gosh.
just it like amps to 12 out of nowhere, and then she
Yeah.
just storms out.
Yeah,
It's
but
much
she
like
doesn't
with
scream like she used to, maybe because 'cause they're in public. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's never really stopped her before, has it?
Yeah, well, true. Yeah, that's true.
She doesn't flip a table or anything, for sure.
No. Mm-mm.
Um, so she just storms out. So it's like, well, that didn't go well.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
next week's
you do see them on Instagram, Jasmine and Matt, and they do seem happy, and they do have a
they
baby,
do
so
seem happy, and she makes like veiled comments like that I don't know. Sometimes she makes it seem like they're a big happy family, and then she's like, "I realized who is there for me." I don't
oh,
know. I
well,
don't know what's happening.
they do all that shit on Instagram,
Yeah,
and you're just like, you
I
can't
don't know what
follow
to
it.
believe.
You can't
Yeah.
follow it. Um, well, next time on Tiger Lily and sorry, I just went to I don't know what that was. Tiger Lily and Adnan go to visit this lady who's going to like harvest her placenta and then make it into smoothies or capsules or whatever the crazy kids do these days. And he's like,
Mhm.
and I was like, I am Adnan is me. I'd be like barfing. Um, My kids didn't have that, guys. I didn't have that. I'm fine. I mean, well, maybe not. Maybe I'm not fine. Maybe that's what I needed.
Think how much better
Yeah.
it
God.
could be, though.
Georgie has a friend
Not
named
that your
Georgie.
kids aren't great. I didn't
I mean,
mean to say your
maybe.
kids aren't great.
You could be
Your kids are
smarter.
fabulous.
Sure. Um, but I think the eating of the placenta is for you, the mother.
Well, maybe then you wouldn't have that white spot in your brain
Maybe
if
I wouldn't have had a
at a
J-shaped
your
celiac
stomach
artery.
exploded.
Yeah, whatever the hell
Yeah.
that was. Georgie has a friend named Georgie, and they meet up at a bar. And of course, he's like, "Oh God, we were crazy when we were younger." And she's like, "Oh, really? Tell me some stories." And they're like, "Oh no, you don't want to hear it," which is just very typical. And she's like, "Huh, huh," like she's mad. Like, of course,
You
like she's
embarrassed
mad.
me. You're embarrassing me, Georgie.
Kara has her Bashada performance coming up, and she says she really misses Guillermo and hopes he comes. And if he doesn't show up to her performance, it's clear that he has no interest in fixing the marriage.
You kicked him out of the house, though.
It's true. Libby is very mad that Andre told everyone that they're moving there for sure. She's like, "What did you tell everybody?" Yeah.
Who told her? Did someone pull her aside, or
Yeah.
did they just say, "We're so happy you're moving here"?
Oh, I think everybody was like high-fiving her and giving her gift baskets and stuff. And she's like, "What did you tell everybody?" And he goes, "I said that we're moving here for sure." She goes, "But we don't know if we're moving here for sure." And he says, "You're being ignorant to your husband." And she goes, "Well, you're just being
That's not right.
stupid because you don't understand my side. And also being ignorant to your husband is not a proper phrase."
I thought she was
Dummy.
gonna say, "You're being stupid because you don't even know what ignorant means."
Jasmine goes to where Gino and Natalie are playing pool. It seems like maybe she hugs Michelle because there's like a bunch of people there. And then she yells, "Why are we bringing in the whores from Vegas?" And Natalie comes up and full on pushes her, like physically pushes her.
Jasmine pushes Natalie,
Yes,
which
she
is
does.
remember when that would get you kicked off a show, like on The
Remember?
Real World? You
Yeah.
would the good old times, if you
Yeah.
slap somebody, you would get kicked off TV.
You sure would, but not now. And melee ensues. We see Natalie like running around the table trying to get at her, and Matt.
And Gino goes, "Hey, keep your hands off of her."
And Matt is standing behind Jasmine laughing because
Yeah.
he's the ultimate hype man. He's like, "Look at my
Yeah.
girl."
So did
Yeah.
Michelle invite Jasmine to stir up shit, or did she just let it slip where they were gonna
Probably.
be that night?
She was probably like, "Oh, I have to go to this thing and meet this new girl. We're gonna be at the
At
same
this
bar."
place at
Yes.
8:05, I will be
Right.
there.
Also, production has already gotten their license to film there, so
Yeah.
you may as well show up.
Yeah.
That's it this week, guys, for this show. Later this week, I have my friend Gibson Johns coming on to talk Pop and Bravo. And of course, over on the Prime, we have on the $5 level, Welcome to Plathville. That comes out on Wednesdays. We've
Yes.
got 90 Day Hunt for Love. That comes out Fridays. We've also got
Yes.
90 Day UK. That's on the $10 level. And
Oh,
Match
that's
Me
me.
Abroad. That's you.
I'm
90 Day
listening to
UK.
all of those
Yeah,
except UK, because that is me.
because you are
I
listening
don't
because
listen to myself.
you're
Yeah.
listening. Well, you lived it. You don't have to.
I
Right.
lived it. Yeah.
Yeah, that show is getting good because of all the stuff that's coming out about Xena and her first husband from the Gambia.
I can't wait.
I've sent it to you, right? You've seen it.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I've sent it to you.
Did we talk about it?
We haven't talked about it, but I've sent it to you. She had a full first husband in the Gambia who stole all her money, and then she was like stuck there and couldn't get back to the UK. And now she's
What?
doing it again. And she found out that he was married with kids. And yeah, and then she got stuck there because he stole all her money and she couldn't get home. And she had to call her first husband, who maybe she had some of the kids with, to give her money so she could get home from the Gambia. And now she's done it a second time. Crazy. There's like videos of like her and the first guy, like, "This is my husband. His name is da da da." It's a whole different guy. Isn't that crazy? She's
Oh
done this
my
twice.
God.
She's done this twice. Yeah.
What did we say the show is called? Not learning from my mistakes.
Yes. 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 Things I could have learned to make me not do the same thing twice. Yes. Terrible. Terrible.
Wow. No wonder her family is so done with her.
They're just like, is anybody going to say, remember when you did this 2 years ago? Or no, I don't
At
know.
what point does the word conservatorship get brought up? That's what I want to know.
Oh, everybody, make sure to be listening to Kimberly and Katie, A Date with Dateline. It's a wonderful podcast where they cover Dateline. What are you covering this week? Since I know Dateline's off, you guys are going into the archives. What are you covering?
Yeah, it's called Internal Affairs, not
Mhm.
the podcast. There was a Dateline podcast, but that's a different case.
Okay.
And this is a really wild case. You're going to like it.
Okay. And
Yeah.
so if I just go to Peacock and look up Dateline and
Yeah.
Channel Affairs, it'll pop up?
Yes.
Okay. I have no time to watch
The
anything
problem
extra.
is, I don't know if you heard my rant from last week because people are getting so mad that I was giving the wrong season number. But apparently it's different for different people depending on what version of Peacock you have, or if you've like done some sort of update. So people were like, it's
Weird.
not that episode. It's not there. It's so annoying when you guys cover episodes that we can't watch. And I'm like, we've never covered an episode that you can't watch
Why?
because
Why?
how
'Cause
would
then
we watch it?
Because then
We
we
don't
can't
get
watch it. Right.
screeners. We
Yeah.
need to watch it. So anyway, for like for me, Internal Affairs is season 24, but
Mhm.
for someone else it might be 25 or 23. So
Who's the host of it? Who hosts it?
Mank.
Mank. Okay.
Mank.
So we'll say on Peacock, look up Dateline Internal Affairs with Josh Mankiewicz, and that should pop up.
Yeah.
Just do
Well,
Josh
that
Mank.
was
Don't try to
he
spell
hosted the
Mankiewicz.
podcast too. So he hosted the podcast that was called Internal Affairs. They're trying to make it really, really
Very hard. They're
confusing.
making it hard. They're making it
Yeah.
hard. And usually
You
the
gotta
word
work for
secret,
it.
the word secrets in
Yeah,
every other episode.
5,000
Yeah,
times.
it's confusing.
Secret lives, family secrets.
Secrets.
Secrets in Secretville. Like it's the episodes.
Everybody, please follow Katie and Kimberly, and please follow me at Pink Shade Pod over there on the Instagram. I'm out there just working, trying to put some fun stuff out for you guys. And
I gotta find the mullet one.
you got to go find it. You're tagged.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody, that's it. And if you want to hear more of Kimberly and I, we got 90 Day UK, and that comes out on Sundays. Okay, bye.
Bye.